Good evening, my friends. Welcome to our Monday night broadcast. I first and foremost want to welcome all of my friends that are watching this live on Facebook or LinkedIn or on my YouTube channel. Of course, our final session of boot camp is tomorrow night. So we have a number of boot camp participants that are here. Let me just take a peek, see who's here. Sandy Cohn, it's always nice to see you. You know, I have more old friends coming back. And some of you are going to remember this. You know, I always talk about how social networks are changing. And it never fails that when my friends come back after a year or two, they're blown away at what they see. Now, tonight, as I've been talking for the last 3 weeks about all of the changes that are taking place on Facebook and LinkedIn, but LinkedIn is without question the place where you want to be if you're trying to build any kind of a networking business. For that matter, it doesn't matter what you're trying to sell. Many of the network marketers that I worked with over the years were part-timers. They had full-time jobs. And they were able to use the same strategies, the same tactics, the same principles for their regular jobs. Because if you have any clue at all as to who your perfect candidate would be for your business, they are easier to find on LinkedIn than any place else. They are easier to approach on LinkedIn. And so we've been talking about a number of changes that have taken place, and they're huge. One of the changes, great news. I mean, I am telling you, break out the champagne. It's that great. I've also got some good news for some of the tools that LinkedIn is offering. And unfortunately, I've got some bad news. And the bad news is for your competition, because they don't know what I'm going to tell you. All right. And I hope you get this before your competition. Now, part of the great news, and I'm going to talk about that first, has actually caused me to have to go back to my scripts book and add a new strategy and script, because there's a feature that we talked about 2 years ago. Some of you may remember it. We had its availability for about 7 months, and then it disappeared. Now, when you turn this feature on, all right, and you're using it, it will enable you to quadruple sales. And this is no hype. This is what it did before. And when you understand it, it's going to blow you away. When LinkedIn introduced this special new feature 2.5 years ago, it enabled my students to dramatically increase their business faster. Many of them reported that it enabled them to quadruple sales. Now, as social networks routinely do, one day LinkedIn removed it from their list of available features without notice. I cried because it was so good. Last week, by accident, I discovered where LinkedIn put it. And so that changes. That's going to change the game for all of you, because I'm genuinely excited for all of you, because I know what it will do for you. They took this feature and they put it in one of their advanced services called Recruiter Lite. I never paid any attention to Recruiter Lite because it's more expensive. And why spend extra money if you don't have to? In fact, for years, we've been teaching people how to use LinkedIn for free. But sometimes you have to ask yourself, would I be willing to pay $100 a month if I knew that I could recruit 2 phenomenal prospects a week in my business? Every week, I could come out of LinkedIn with 8 new phenomenal candidates. Is that worth $100? Something, frankly, that you have to ask yourself. So why should you be listening to me? For those of you that are new, and I'm looking at a number of names I haven't seen before, we're going to take a look at your profiles. Some of you are not going to believe. Here you are, you're on LinkedIn. You think you're visible, but nobody can see you. It's because your settings are off. In the 90s, I broke the code to a social network called America Online, and I used their texting feature to develop a 4-step formula, simple formula with scripts that helped me add thousands of like-minded people to a network marketing business in 18 months. Over the years, I've trained or shared the formula and scripts with hundreds of thousands of affiliate network marketers around the world who in turn have trained and influenced the millions of people that they work with. My formula has been responsible for creating 2 generations of online 6, 7, and 8-figure earners, and it's helped transform the entire network marketing industry from a belly-to-belly, face-to-face business to a virtual one. People started calling this the Max Method years ago, and they now call me the father of social networking. Now, I've made millions teaching network marketers how to turn their social network personal profiles on every significant social network into an attraction marketing magnet and a broadcasting platform that impacts millions of people and makes them millions of dollars. From AOL, we went to Yahoo, we went to ICQ, and then we went to MySpace, Facebook, LinkedIn. My track record of developing social media 6, 7, and 8-figure income earners and network marketing over the years has become legendary. And my mission in life is to help everyone with a strong desire to succeed in network marketing finally become successful and become a top earner using social networks. Today, the fastest growing top earners in your business will tell you that they owe their success to my simple 4-step formula and my scripts. They teach them to everyone that comes into their business, and as a result, they've got the fastest growing teams of excited distributors in their company. The simplicity and ease of teaching this to everyone that comes into their business ensures immediate duplication that drives excitement, motivation, and rapid rank advancement deeper into their organization. Bruce Lee, one of his favorite quotes, "I fear not the man who practiced 10,000 kicks once, but I fear the man who practiced one kick 10,000 times." My 4-step formula forms the single simple system that's your one kick step to mastering every social network. Create a page. Put yourself out there. Connect with people. Now, for those of you that have been on LinkedIn for a while, for those of you who've been on LinkedIn for a number of years, what I'm going to share with you tonight is going to produce immediate results for you. Communicate with people. The people that you're connected to, communicate with the people that you want to be connected to. Find out who they are, and if they fit the parameters of who you are looking for, show them your business and close the sale. 4 C's: create, connect, communicate, and close. You don't need funnels. You don't need capture pages. You don't need blogs. Everything is immediately duplicatable. It's so simple, anyone can master it. I got this from one of my students, Stephen. FYI, 3 sales today, all directly traced to contacts I made using the techniques you taught me. Best of all, I'm just getting started. This should be a daily result. And the person I brought in has brought in 4 of her friends and has 8 more to bring in. What a ride. Now, social networks in general are a great source of free leads, but some social networks are better than others. LinkedIn, Facebook, and Instagram are at the top, but LinkedIn is number 1. Now, there are 3 things that make a social network great. First, it's the profiles of each user. It contains more than enough information about someone to help you identify a perfect prospect for your business before you contact them. It's like walking into a room with 50 people, knowing that the 3 people in the room that are wearing green shirts are looking for your business. Who would you talk to? The profiles that LinkedIn put in front of you are work resumes. You got their whole working history. And LinkedIn has now made it easy to pick out the people that you know in advance are looking for something new. Next, we have a texting feature that enables you to communicate directly and privately with other network users and engage them in conversations that will result in enrolling new business builders. Texting features have helpful tools attached to them that let you share images, files, GIFs, and a wide assortment of emojis. LinkedIn's texting feature enables you to start an instant meeting or a Zoom session with a serious prospect. They make it easy. And finally, a searching feature that enables you to filter through the entire network population using keyword and advanced keyword searches to prospect and recruit perfect cream of the crop prospects for your business according to your desired demographics. And the searching feature that we found, lost, and found again is going to turn your world upside down. LinkedIn is hot. Millions of people are jumping onto LinkedIn every month. LinkedIn has the best searching features. You can search for people looking for an opportunity, open to an opportunity, search for people by the company they work with, or search for them by what they do. So LinkedIn is now up to 900 million users. 400 million are monthly active users. It's 20 years old this year. Millions of professionals are rushing to join. Now, these are LinkedIn statistics. Every second, 4 new members are joining. That means 14,400 every hour, 345,000 every day, 2.4 million every week, more than 10 million every month. LinkedIn will have 1 billion members by the end of November. Their CEO said that their goal is to get to 3 billion members. 2025, they should do it. So look at LinkedIn's growing global membership. You got 224 million members in North America, 242 million members in Europe. In Asia Pacific, you got 202 million. Latin America, you have 146 million, and the Middle East and Africa, 54 million. Here are some interesting LinkedIn statistics that'll knock your socks off, that change the game for all of you. The age group on LinkedIn is getting younger. People between the ages of 25 to 34 account for 59.1% of LinkedIn's user base. Younger people use video, they use tools that, frankly, older people don't use. And more of those features are now becoming mainstream all throughout LinkedIn. 58.4 million companies are registered with LinkedIn. So when Bed Bath & Beyond announced, let me pop over here. So last year, when Bed Bath & Beyond announced they're going out of business, you could jump on Bed Bath & Beyond at 57,000 people. Now, as of July 31st, every one of these people is out of a job. All right, we could filter it down by location, the United States, Canada, or we could filter it down by the position they have. So let's look for store managers. You got 7,700 store managers. Now, if we all did the same search, the same names are going to come up, the same numbers are going to come up, but they're going to come up in a different sequence. Let's look at Tamara. So she was a store manager for 4 years. Now it looks like she's got a job as a team leader at the Sports Authority. Step down. You make a lot more money when you're a store manager than when you're a team leader. And here's another one, store manager. Notice the open to work frame around her picture. Store manager for 24 years. 24 years. You're going to find people on here that work for Bed Bath & Beyond for 25 years, 30 years. You look at their work history. They worked for one store for 10 years, left, went to Bed Bath & Beyond, worked for them until the store closed. Connecting with these people is not hard. Over 129,000 schools are registered. 39,000 different skills are now listed. So people are putting on their work history with every job the skills that they acquired or the skills that they had, which opens up an entirely new way to search for people. Got 140 million people have the open to work frame around their profile picture. So you can now search for people by their profession, by their skill set, sales training, team management, team building, leadership development, by their location, by their activity, by their desire and urgency to find new ways to generate income. Now, one of the most important elements to reaching out for people that you don't know on LinkedIn is you have to be reaching out to people that are active. If you start sending friend requests to people that are not active, LinkedIn's going to assume that you're a robot and they'll shut you down. In this month's boot camp, I've had 5 students that got thrown off LinkedIn. 3 of them I still can't figure out what they did. So the only way that you could tell if people were active was to check their posting history, because that was visible. Well, in the last 60 days, LinkedIn has added another feature. So now when you look at a person's profile, You can see their comments. You can see their reaction. You can see everything that they do. And you only want to be reaching out and connecting with people that are active. LinkedIn makes it easier to find the best people that would be successful in your business, connect with them, show them what you have to offer, and enroll them. More people than ever before are looking for ways to make extra full-time income and to work from home. You have the opportunity that provides a solution for them. Now, when I tell you, for those of you that were in the June boot camp, it's a whole new ballgame. Now, we got some people here that I recognize that went through a boot camp in 2018. You are not going to believe how different it is. LinkedIn is the best social network to build your business on because they provide you with the easiest direct access to the most professional people. It's 100 times better for building your business than Facebook. And LinkedIn right now is so hot that is attracting more people than they've ever experienced before. Now, your success on LinkedIn is going to depend on a number of factors. First, optimizing your profile so it can be found in everyone's search results. They're constantly changing things. If I go down and I start looking some of you up, you're going to be amazed what people can't see. Many of you are going to find that your pictures aren't visible. Adjusting your profile settings so people can see the important details. There are a number of pieces of your profile, 4 parts, that literally do most of the work for you. Understanding the dynamic use of the network and people communicate with other users. There is it's so simple, my friends, that it blows me away. Why people are just going about it the wrong way. They're jumping on LinkedIn, and as soon as they connect with somebody, they hit them with a pitch. Positioning yourself as an authority within your niche market and industry, creating effective lead generation methods that turn prospects to business builders, and efficiently qualifying your prospects to increase your closing ratios. Now, for those of you that are in the October bootcamp, I told you things were going to change, but I never expected to be talking about this to all of you. As a matter of fact, it's going to change. Tomorrow is our last session of boot camp, and this is so important that I'm going to squeeze some of it in. LinkedIn is Facebook for professionals. There are new searching features, but they're not new. All right. But I haven't talked about it in about a year and a half. And it's called Recruiter. They have different versions. I'm going to focus on Recruiter Lite. So with Recruiter Lite, understand that you can literally jump in there and see who recently joined LinkedIn in the last 24 hours, in the last week, in the last 2 weeks, in the last 30 days, and in the last 3 months. And we came up with a strategy. I got to pat myself on the back for this one. It was so brilliant. And it worked so well. Like I said, when they took it off, I almost cried. So let me show you what this looks like. First, oh, by the way, in our scripts book, we still have part of the strategy, which was you can give people advice in their profile. So you're giving people advice on changing their settings so more people can see them. All right. So picture this. You reach out to someone, you make the connection. The second message to them was a little different. We talked to them about, hey, it's nice to be connected to you. And basically what you're telling them is that if you're welcoming them to LinkedIn and you're telling them if they need any help, have any questions, reach out to you. The script was brilliant. And people would come back and ask you, well, do you work for LinkedIn? I mean, it was such an amazing. So you're building this relationship with people. So, for example, you do a search. These are the numbers. I did this yesterday. So in the previous 24 hours, 540,000 people created a profile. The first week, 360,000. That's a total of 900,000 people. In the following 2 weeks, or the following week, it was another 14,000. So in the last month, you had 932,000. And in the last 3 months, 3.5 million, bringing the total up to 4,432,000 new members that have profiles. LinkedIn also expanded your search parameters, so now you could find people up to 200 miles. Previously, it was 100. Now, these are just the people that join. It gets even more exciting when we filter it. For example, salespeople. Now, if we all did the same search, we're going to come up with 52,100,000. So how many salespeople recently joined LinkedIn? These are the numbers. 843,800 new members in the last 90 days. These are salespeople. So we could filter that down. Salespeople that are looking for an opportunity, 33,000. The advantages of getting to these people early, number one, you get to them before your competition. You get to them before they've been bombarded with the crap that everybody on LinkedIn is getting. The reason why you're getting to them first is many of them haven't completed their profile. A lot of things are missing. You offer them your assistant. Hey, listen, my friends call me their LinkedIn guru or their LinkedIn coach. So if you have any questions, reach out to me and I'd be happy to answer them. Now, one of the things we're teaching you to do is what? Adjust your settings so people think you're there all the time, even if you're not. They see that green dot next to your name. They got a question. They write in for LinkedIn help. It could take them 3 or 4 days to hear from LinkedIn. They look at you, they see that green dot is on, they write to you with the question, you help. You have made a friend. Proactively giving them advice on things that they can proactively do. Again, the relationships, the bonds that you're forming with these people was amazing. Managers, 99 million managers on LinkedIn. Managers that recently joined, 25,000 in the last 24 hours. 680,000 in the last 3 months. Let's filter it. Managers looking for opportunities. You have 43,000. You break it down. Trainers, 4,890,000. Recently joined, 64,000 in the last 90 days. Trainers looking for an opportunity, 76,000. Let me come back. I want to show you one other thing that will keep some of you up tonight. So we did trainer by profession. What if we came up here and looked for the skill? Who has training experience? So we got 28,400,000 people that work in multiple capacities as trainers. Looking for opportunity, people that have training experience. You got 21,000 people. People that have training experience in all kinds of fields. All right, let me come back. So your success is going to be determined by the choices of people that you reach out to talk to. Now, Sales Navigator, the reason we were always recommending Sales Navigator was because they had features, extra searching features. One was to check to see who posted recently. But if you're still using Sales Navigator, you have to turn it on every time you do a search. It's in spotlights. In LinkedIn Recruiter Lite, you could actually do a search for people that are open to work. And then you have how long it's been since they joined LinkedIn. Another feature of LinkedIn that you're absolutely going to love is their celebration feature, which makes it easier to follow up with prospects, right? It'll enable you to reconnect with and follow up with your best prospects, connect with the best new prospects. It's going to save you time, increase your closing rates, and reduce rejection. And it's going to help you build a bigger team much faster. The bad news is that LinkedIn has rolled out major restrictions on all free accounts. So if you're using a free account, you can only send 10 connection requests a month with a connection request message. Now, it's the message that comes with the connection request that builds the connection between you and the stranger. Just sending someone a connection request, they don't know you, you don't frankly know them, is going to dramatically limit the number of connections you make. So knocking that message down to 10 a month is huge. However, we're going to show you in boot camp how you can get around that. LinkedIn is being flooded with hundreds of thousands of fake profiles that are violating their rules and terms of service every month. Example, you got somebody here, you can tell literally by looking at the pictures. They come up with profiles with tremendous credentials, but they're fake. And many times LinkedIn will warn you, take care when connecting with people like this. Some of these profiles have limited, very little information, and they're putting attractive young women up there. The number of fake accounts that are joining LinkedIn has LinkedIn now adding another feature where you can verify your identity so that you can prove to everybody, hey, I am who I say I am. Facebook has started to do that too, but Facebook wants to charge you $11 a month. On LinkedIn, they'll let you do it for free. So the average person on LinkedIn that doesn't know what you know will start sending messages. The first one, hey, you got 10 personalized invitations remaining for the month. And you got 2 left. Now, every new connection that you make on LinkedIn, Facebook, and Instagram is like a seed planted in your growing garden of prospects. Your daily activity over time, including text, posts, likes, comments, and direct messages, proactively nourish your relationship with everyone the same way that water and fertilizer will help your garden grow. Over time, the seed pops through, you have a little bit of a plant. Over time, it grows. And over time, you will learn enough about the person. As you learn more about each prospect, you'll know who you want to continue to talk to and who you don't. So when you only talk about your business with the people that you know need or want what you're selling, you'll close more sales and dramatically reduce or eliminate rejection from the entire business building process. You must be patient. Resist the urge to tell them what you do in detail until you're confident that they are real prospects. The more you know about your prospect, the higher your closing rates will be. Last month, we had an example where one of my students connected with a phenomenal prospect a year ago, last November. The person signed up in their business past June. 8 months they were connected. Now, during that 8 months, they only spent a little less than an hour on that person texting back and forth. There's probably maybe 5 different sessions of texting back and forth. The balance of the relationship was cemented by posts. Planted the seed. 8 months later, the person signs up in the business. My student only spent an hour with the person. On Saturday, I heard from a student that connected with somebody in 2020. And she was all excited. She said, Max, somebody contacted me. I haven't talked to this person since 2020. He asked me if I was still in that health and wellness business. I said, yes. Says, I'd like to join. Selecting perfect prospects to talk to about your business is as simple as picking out a ripe tomato for a salad that you want to make tonight, or selecting a green, yellow, blue, or red M&M from a large bowl. Now, some of my new prospecting and recruiting strategy, tactics, and scripts are going to work best the last 3 months of the year. October, November, and December will be the best 3 months in your business. The holiday season gives you numerous opportunities to start conversations or restart conversations. Let me pop back over here. Now, again, I love success stories. I've told Sam's story every week for the last probably 2 months because it's really significant. Doesn't matter what you're selling. So I'm going to come up here. Now, Sam lives in Australia. He's a financial advisor, an investor. And let me bring up his profile. And let's bring up the message history. So this year I started to work with Sam in my coaching program, and I wish I could work with more people. But I only work with 25 people a month. I'm just finishing up with somebody today. So if any of you are interested in my coaching program, send me a message in the chat. Just put coaching in your phone number. Let me scroll, because there's a history of everything that we did. So here, okay. He was March 8th, he was connected to 4,300 people. So we went in and we searched his connections because now he knows who he's looking for. 200 investors, he had 200 connections. Business owners, 1,200. Bankers, 41. Forex traders, 16. Financial advisors, 281 financial advisors. He was already connected to these people. If we go back in and look at how many people you're connected to already, you won't sleep tonight. So out of 1738, the number of people out of 4,700, that's 37% of his connections are prospects. But now he's going to go back specifically and he's going to recontact or he's going to re-engage these people. All right, we came up with some scripts. Posting is what builds relationships with people between conversations. Failing to plan is planning to fail. Hope is not a plan. Change is painful, but nothing is as painful as being stuck somewhere you don't belong. Planning is bringing the future into the present so that you can do something about it now. The price of doing the same thing is far higher than the price of change. Okay? So then he sends me this 2 weeks later. It's been crazy 2 weeks. I sponsored 12 people. 12 people, 2 weeks. He's been on Zooms 5 to 6 hours a day working with everybody. He's selling a $5,000 program. And then a week and a half later, I get this. It's hard to believe I'm doing this. I've added 21 new team members in the last 3 weeks, and it's still growing by the day. Coaching is your way of coaching gave me the reassurance to go from where I was for a few months, stuck, not going forward, getting rejection after rejection, to signing up 90% of the people that he talks to. Because as soon as the conversation doesn't go his way, he stops talking to them because he had other people he could talk to. I got so busy, I haven't been able to attend the last boot camp and your Zoom sessions. My business is taken off and I won't be able to stop it even if I wanted to. Looking forward to seeing you when he comes to Miami or Palm Beach. Now you're all head down the same road. Let me show you what he did. So you go over to your network, and remember, it's all about conversation. All right. So you go over to your connections. I've got 10,000. Maximum number is 30,000. So you filter it. First level. I got 9,200. Do I see Dennis here? So if you've been on LinkedIn for a while and you've got a couple of thousand connections, you're sitting on a gold mine. So now we can come up here to our existing connections. And let's look for people that you're connected to. You could do it by profession. You could say, hey, show me all the people that are bankers, or in his case, he was doing investors or real estate. All of you can go up here. If you know by profession who you're looking for, you could search that way, or you could just go looking. How many people are you connected to that are looking for an opportunity? Well, I got 1,300. Now I'm connected to all of these people. You go back down here and you would be amazed. You could message any one of these people. You would be amazed that there are some people here. The ones here at the top are probably recent. Let's see. All right, so this person reached out to me in October. We haven't talked. But we could come down here and guaranteed we will find people that we've never talked to. another way to do this. And this is another feature of LinkedIn, their celebrations. So you go over here, they're going to show you all the people that you're connected to that have changed a job. All of the people that are having a birthday and all of the people that are celebrating a work anniversary. Now, John Rollins has been a coaching student of mine for years. We first started working together when he was working with a company called Manatech years ago. He is now involved with another company. And so we set up his profile. We changed this position here was actually created 6 years ago. But we made a minor adjustment so that it now came across as a new job. Now here we could message him. And you got your conversation history. We were working on scripting here. So you can come down here. Lydia is in boot camp. She just did the same thing. We just gave her so she's new. And we have a workaround around that. So here, Danny, if I'm not mistaken, you worked with Rick Dawson a long time ago. And basically, but what I want you to see is he made this post and he's had 82 people react to it. He's got 53 comments. So this gives everybody an opportunity to start conversations. And that's what it's all about. It's all about conversation. So that's the new job. You come over here to birthdays. You want to talk about another change? Oh, it's back. So here, I've been connected to Katie for 14 years. And it's her birthday today. So if I go over here and I click on message, I've never talked to her. Never talked to her. It's her birthday today. I'm not even going to. Allie here, we've been connected for 11 years. Never talked to him. Cindy was, I believe, a top earner. I'm trying to think of the company. Don, you got your birthday tomorrow. Now notice, you can scroll down here and you can see the people that are online right now. All right. But we've never talked on LinkedIn. I think she was a leader in Isogenics. We've talked on Facebook, but we've never talked on LinkedIn. So this gives you an opportunity. Now we were connected 4 years ago. Here's 7 years ago. Never talked. This is going to open up a wealth of new opportunities for you to re-engage people that you're already connected to. And that is responsible for Sam's results. The more selective you are about who you're talking to, the more successful you're going to be. All right, let me do this because before I jump, let me stay here. And Let's bring up some profiles. Okay, so Sandy, I'm going to bring your profile up first. Now, everybody, you can see that little dot, which means that Sandy's online. Now, this is permanent. You leave this on so people can see. And you know, Sandy, your profile is perfect. Okay. I mean, there's now looking at let me okay. So if you have we have 1,100 mutual connections, which says to me you've got several thousand people that you're connected to. You'd be amazed at how many people are buried on that list that you could be talking to. Let's come up here and look at Beverly. Beverly, I've looked at your profile before, so I know you're good. Let me. Kurt in Australia and in Hawaii. His profile is set up perfectly. And so his birthday was on October the 17th. And again, we did the same, we played the same game with his profile. So Kurt had, let me just ask.
Aloha, Mac.
Aloha, Kurt. So you get a lot of action from those changes we made?
I guess so. I got a session coaching tomorrow with you, so I got some stuff lined up there. So anyway, yeah, great to be back, and excited about the program. So I guess we can definitely get connecting.
Yeah,
and
we'll see tomorrow. But I was just looking for some feedback. Did you get a lot of people that reacted to those changes we made?
I'm getting a lot of birthday requests. I'm getting a lot of notices. I'm busy answering all these well wishes and connections. So exciting times. You're right. It's time out of the year is the best.
Yeah, we'll go over them tomorrow.
Okay.
Let's come down and look. Now I know one of them, was it Jay? Okay, so Jay. There's still things, Jay, that you have to do here too. You want to make yourself as appealing to people as possible. You want people to feel like you want to make them curious. Let me whoops. So Rachel, is this you? Let's come down here. And well, be interesting. Try to unmute you to see how this is working for you. So it looks like you could have been in prepaid legal when this is when they 1998. That's anyway. There's
Hello.
yeah, there you are.
Hi, I'm sorry, Max.
That's okay. So Rachel, how's this been working for you?
Okay, so my name is Rachel.
Rachel.
Actually, I get a lot of people who try to connect with me all the time based upon my LinkedIn from all sorts of businesses, people who are looking for work with coaching. I also get a lot of people who are looking for different network marketing tips, those types of things. So I do get hit up with a lot of that and a lot of people attempting to sell me on a lot of stuff. Currently, I'm in the process of now updating a lot of things on my LinkedIn profile because I haven't been visiting it as often as I used to.
I'm gonna send you a connection request so we can be connected. So now when I say how's it working, you know, at the end of the day, it comes down to how many people or
How many are converting?
yeah, exactly. How many coaching prospects are you getting off of LinkedIn?
And I'm gonna be honest, I haven't been pursuing my LinkedIn side of this like I used to. So right now, I would say there are 0 conversions going on, and that's only because of I haven't been pursuing it the way I need to.
Okay, what do you sell your coaching program for?
Right now, well, let's just say what I used to sell it for. Because I've just gone through some traumatic personal things in losing my mom, I've had to back off from a lot of stuff. I was her full-time caregiver. So I literally have backed off on a lot of things.
All right, well, Rachel, I tell you what, let me, when we're connected, you probably have your phone number on the back of your your page?
I do believe so. Like I said, I was in the process of updating a lot of stuff on this profile. So I'll have to check for you, but I'll send you over my personal information.
Okay, super. We'll give you a call, see what we can do there.
Okay, that sounds great. Thanks so much, Max, for checking me out.
You're welcome. Now, the key to this whole process is you can, the way Rachel has it set up, she's sitting here, she's waiting for, people to find her. But you can proactively reach out to people that you clearly know in advance would be interested in what you're doing. And in that instance, you really have to be careful because and again, so you've only got 171 connections. I mean, you could be, some of my coaching students are closing two coaching sales a week, and you have to be careful because, coaching involves working with people and, you have to schedule it accordingly. So the bottom line for all of you is you create your profile for the person that you want to attract. You create your profile for the person that you know would buy what you're selling. Now, in the next 3 months, October, November, and December, more people than ever before are going to be looking to make more money. They're looking to make more money because the holidays are coming up. They're going to spend more money. They need to be able to make some money for travel. You only want to talk to qualified prospects about your business. The secret to connecting with the right people is the contents of their profile, their visible activity, and their answers to your questions. So the LinkedIn search now has been modified. When you do a search, we all come up with the same number. We're using the keywords, but the results are going to come up in a different sequence. Your location, what you have in common with the other person, is going to determine who comes up first. You can find people by country. You can find people by state or city. Again, zip code. Now, in the regular searches, you got 100 miles. In Recruiter, you got 200 miles. So LinkedIn is going to become your favorite social network. And you could put in an hour a day, build your business. But the more time you spend on LinkedIn, the more time you're going to be there. Now, the past is not equal to the future. So you can do more business in the next 3 months. Okay? Than you did in the past 9 months. You can make still time to make 2023 your best year and start off next year with a fast growing group of people. So whether you're a new student, a loyal student, an old friend, or an eager entrepreneur that wants to take your business to the next level, the new information that I'm giving you you'll have a number of unfair advantages over your competition for the rest of the year. You'll beat your competition to their best prospects. And some of these LinkedIn changes are significant when you take advantage of them. You'll create a never-ending flow of nonstop leads that respond to you immediately and will become new distributors and customers no matter what you're selling. And when you apply the prospecting and recruiting strategies and my latest texting tactics and scripts to your daily activity, you're going to make more sales. And many of LinkedIn's recent changes also make it easier to immediately position you to be a person of influence, and that the perfect prospects will reach out to you. ask you about your business. So corporate layoffs, inflation, and the rising cost of everything has causing more people to join LinkedIn because they want to find new jobs or they want to find ways to generate additional income on a full-time or part-time basis. LinkedIn has now grown to 990 million professionals. 20% of the people, hundreds of large companies are laying people, 20% of them are in sales. And millions of working people are actively looking for a side hustle. So everyone on LinkedIn created their profile for a reason. Their profile and cover, plus the information provided about themselves and their visible daily activity, makes it easy to pick the best people. All right, but whether they're green M&Ms are business builders, the orange M&Ms are recession victims, the yellow M&Ms are unhappy network marketers, the blues are active network marketers, the reds are customers. But when you reach out to people, they got to be active. So if you're reaching out to people that are not active, LinkedIn algorithm is going to catch it, and they're going to come back and they're going to tell you they think you're a robot. Well, LinkedIn makes it easy by putting that open to work frame, but it only takes 2 or 3 messages back and forth for you to know exactly who you want to work with. And when you follow my scripts, you can close 80 to 90% of the people that you talk to. So Sam, kicking it. Francisco, another student, last August enrolled a network marketer with a team of 600,000 people. The last week of the month, he signed up 25 people. Joe Whaley, this is his first $1 million year. The first month we worked together, he enrolled 18 people into his business because he knows how to sell. Following year, he came back. He was in an insurance deal. His goal was 100 agents in 2 months. Now, to do that, he was spending a lot more than an hour a day. He and his wife, Phyllis, were putting in 12, 14 hours a day. But in 2 months, they recruited 100 agents. He came back the beginning of the year to let me know that this is his $1 million year. Joanne, one of my favorite coaching students, called in about 2 months ago to report when she was building a Malalupa business. Her business really took off. And then she found that she could apply it to her insurance business. So the first month we started working together, she doubled her income. The second month, it tripled. She sent me this about 2 weeks later. My confidence through the roof. In the last 10 days, I've enrolled 4 people. And then she applied it to her insurance business, and the insurance company she worked for paid her $5,000 to train the other agents. Dan Ladd was building a networking business. His sponsor died. So he kind of lost the enthusiasm for building the business. So he wanted me to help him get customers for his soft wash business. Last year, he was struggling. This year, he's making over $2 million because he knows who to connect with and he knows how to talk to people. In fact, the clients that he signed up were so impressive that the people that sold him the franchise made him a partner. You can transform your profiles into marketing magnets with just 5 profile tweaks. The profile guide will set it up for you. It's simple to create, it's free. It can bring you instant results. It tells your story and it works for you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. When you jump into boot camp, we'll go through it with you. When you adjust your profile settings, more people can see that you're there. Increasing your visibility increases both your response rate and the response time. So we have some great examples of people that just by changing their picture ended up talking to customers and closing it.
So
Well,
yeah, so I had been just kind of trusting Max and going step by step through the process. And to be honest, I had this little voice in the back of my head that was saying, this isn't going to work. What are you thinking? But I decided to trust and move forward with the process anyway. And then all of a sudden, just with this profile that you're seeing now, one of my friends that I used to be in another network marketing company with, he like, first of all, he sent me a message, a LinkedIn message, and I guess I didn't see it quick enough. He was so excited to talk to me that he actually picked up the phone within a couple hours later. And he said, "What are you doing, Lane? What are you doing?" And then we had a phone, we had a conversation, and I said, "Yeah, I'm with this new company." And next thing you know, within 24 hours, he's now on my team. So I was pretty excited.
well, let me pass a couple of these things. Now, for the end of the month, there are new features on Facebook and LinkedIn that will enable you to make sales quicker. Changing your profile photo on Facebook is the biggie. Wishing people a happy birthday or a happy holiday, same thing. It takes 90 minutes for the average person to respond to an email, but it takes 90 seconds for the average person to respond to a text. Response rates increase dramatically when you use my scripts and a secret sauce, which are moving images, GIFs. 99% of your prospecting, recruiting, and business building activity can now be done on your mobile phone. So using animated content gets you more visibility, and it impresses the hell out of your prospects. So whether you're wishing someone a happy birthday, or you're talking about an unofficial holiday like National Oreo Day or Easter, Father's Day, National Selfie Day, National Ice Cream Cake Day, 4th of July, all of these different holidays are conversation starters. So the use of a GIF makes you stand out from the crowd of other people that your prospects are talking to, makes them smile, makes them respond to you faster. So the ripple effect of what you do is what really, it's the juice that makes all of this work. Wishing someone a happy birthday. Jacqueline had 200 people reach out to me to wish me a happy birthday. Started conversations with most of them. I got 28 people looking at my business. A few months later, over the last few months, my business has exploded. Your business will explode. I'm enrolling more people than ever, and the new people I'm working with are experiencing amazing success a few days after they start. I'm going to skip some of these. So whether it's a birthday, whether it's an anniversary, whatever you're posting generates conversations. So we have recognized holidays. We got Halloween coming up. Then we have unofficial holidays. So on Saturday was National Nut Day. Tomorrow is National Junk Food Day, which is a conversation starter. So there are more than there were more than 50 holidays, unofficial holidays and official holidays in October. You got more than 60 holidays in November, including Thanksgiving, Veterans Day. And then in December, it's the unofficial holidays that are outrageous. In December, well, National Junk Food Day on Tuesday. Hey, I thought I'd like to know that Tuesday is National Junk Food Day. What's your favorite junk food? The whole idea is to get people to react and respond to you, to start a conversation. That is what it's all about. Now, I have opened up my November boot camp. I'm going to give you 4 links. Let me come back over here. So, for those of you that are new and you just want to give it a test drive, you can register for my November boot camp. Go to maxsteingart.com/bootcamp. Use the promo code Big Deal to reduce the price to $98. For those of you that are, and by the way, we've added new tools. So in the material, we've got daily motivational posting images that you can use instead of searching for them. We've got daily motivational posting gifts now. And we also have some outrageous case studies. For those of you that are in the October boot camp, take the twofer. maxsteingart.com/2-FUR. Use the promo code double to drop the price. You'll pay $59 a boot camp. The best deal is our 90-day challenge. Work with me in November, December, and January boot camps. Price is $59 a boot camp. Plus, you get our big anthology scripts book. And if you're one of the first 10 people to register for the 90-day challenge, you'll also be able to participate in my weekly coaching mastermind sessions for 90 days. We do it every Saturday from 1 to 2:30. Now, I'm going to be releasing something for Halloween. And I'm going to put this in the chat. And I have to get off of this. Go to maxsteingart.com/retreat combo. Participate in the November boot camp, plus our 3-day top earner retreat, and get the 90-day game plan. So we set it up with a special bargain price of $279. But for Halloween, go over here and use the promo code Go Big Fast And you can participate in both for $199. Save extra money. We're doing this for Halloween. So, for those of you that are in boot camp, we'll see you tomorrow. For the rest of you, we'll see you. And Zumar, I don't know what happened. But it wasn't on. I know we had it. I remember having it made, but somehow it got deleted from my schedule, so I didn't see it. So I'll reach out to you tomorrow and we'll figure out when to get going again. Now, if there's anybody here that's interested in my coaching program, then type your phone number and coaching in the chat. And I'll have one of my staff members give you a call. The last 3 months of the year, October, November, well, we have one more week to October. November and December can be the biggest months of the year. Sandy, it's always nice to see you. I really should give you a call. See how you like it up in Port St. Lucie. Oh, here, let me just unmute you for a minute.
Hey, my old friend, you still are more than amazing. You get better with age.
I gotta tell you, thank you for that. And I don't know what it is. I mean, it's just catching a hold of this information and then sharing it with people and then watching what it does. It lights a fire under me. And this stuff that this recruiter thing was so powerful that when they took it off, and I guess I was remiss. I should have checked to see where they put it. And it's if you're going to use Sales Navigator, you're going to end up paying $99 a month. If you're going to use the recruiter thing, it's a little bit more money. You're going to spend $170 a month. Okay, and that was probably the reason that I didn't pursue it. But I turned it over to 6 of my coaching students already. I gave them the script, and this was Friday, and here it is Monday. And they're already coming back to me, and that they're just overwhelmed with the results they're getting. Now, everybody, people will be able to try it for free. And if they see the value, I mean, again, would you pay $176 if you could sign up 1 or 2 people a week, in your business? But it's so powerful. Because what it does. Yes, enough about me. So how you liking Port St. Lucie?
Oh, we're loving it, Max. Thank you. And just realizing that, I mean, I can remember when I first reconnected with you. Well, when I first connected with you, it was back in the AOL days.
Right.
When it was dial-up.
Right.
And based on what you teach, it's invaluable, whether you're online or meeting somebody in line at the supermarket. So I think that's what people need to understand, that this works online as well as offline, and it's skill-based. And when you look at people that are successful, you can shortcut your learning curve by just following Max.
I'll let you finish.
Yeah, no, it's just that, I was trying to remember how long ago that we connected, and is it possible it's 14 years already?
Probably.
Oh my gosh. Seems the older I get, faster time goes.
Yeah. When you said skill-based, one of the things that was always a problem in network marketing is people that don't like to sell, people that are shy, don't know how to talk to people, which is the reason that, you're using the tools, give them a tape, give them a video or whatever. And now today, what we're giving people, and actually it's going all the way back to the AOL days, it's all about conversation. So, and it's all, and we're texting people online. So you take somebody that's new, that's shy, maybe even introvert, and you give her a script. So all they have to do is copy the script, modify it to fit the person that you're talking to, and send it. And so as people start sending out these scripts and they're getting the result, they're getting great, wonderful results, their confidence level rises. And then what they discover over time is that the same script that I'm texting to someone would work if I'm talking to them on the phone. And the more they do it, these scripts become part of their vocabulary, becomes part of their language. And that is, over the years, that's been the real power. I have students that are still using the AOL scripts, and they work like a charm because they're fundamentally texts that start conversations designed to get people to talk about themselves. And as you get the answers to your questions, you can discover whether or not the person is really somebody that could be a candidate for your business. If you ask somebody in conversation, well, what do you do? 85% of them are going to come back and they're going to ask you what you do. So if you have a short little answer that isn't a commercial for your business, but it's an answer that makes them curious about what they do, and then instead of talking more about your business, you change the subject back to them, the other person, curiosity brings them back to you. So it's just something that has worked so well. And now we just released, we have a script that we've used for years that describes network marketing. And so it's something. So when somebody comes back and says, oh no, been there, done that. So now we have extensive scripts that explain how network marketing works. Most people today that have a negative attitude about network marketing have it because of their perception of what the business is. And so today I had one of my students that an incredible prospect really needs the business. And we find out today, because today they were supposed to have a phone conversation. And I said, before you get on the phone with this person, let's find out what she knows about your company. So we gave her a little blurb about, I'm working with and in this case, it was Melaleuca. So I'm working with a company called Melaleuca, and the person comes back and says, oh, no, somebody tried to get me into Melaleuca 8 or 9 years ago, and somebody recently tried to get me into it. It's not for me. I've had 15 people that got that same answer. And with the script we came up with, we turned 70% of them around. Why? Because we came back and we said, listen, the first time you heard about the company, they were not social media friendly. And most people, when they get introduced to network marketing, are told that they have to reach out to their friends, they have to reach out to their family, they have to chase people. It turns people off. And the person that just told them about the company is using outdated, or I should know, the language I use. And this is the part of this whole thing that I love, because I'm not saying the same thing every time. So usually we would say, well, the person that you were talking to in my company is using old school methods for building the business. And that's not the way you build a business today, thanks to social networks. So would you like to learn how you could do it without doing the things that you hate to do? And we're going to be sending that out tomorrow. I know the woman's going to turn around and say yes. But what I said today was old school and then prehistoric, I just threw the word prehistoric scripts. So as the whole process evolves, instead of short little messages, now you can literally send a detailed explanation that as people use them, the more they use them, the more confident they get in using them. And then it becomes their vocabulary, and their confidence rises. You know, the one thing, when I got into network marketing, I knew nothing about the business, and I didn't know what to say when somebody would say to me, "Is it a pyramid?" And in fact, I remember I asked Sharon, "Well, what do you say?" And she says, "Tell them it's not the pyramids are the pyramids are in Egypt." And I could never bring myself to say that. So, but then the more you become familiar with the business, your confidence level rise. If somebody has a negative attitude today about network marketing, well, we've got better information than they do. That's all. And there is no other industry in the history of this country where you could literally start a business for a small investment that offers you the opportunity to generate unlimited income. And it's life-changing. But unfortunately, a lot of people aren't being taught how to do it. They're not being taught how to do it correctly. And so 28 years I've been doing this, and I have to say that I would have thought by now that what I'm teaching is would have been common knowledge already. And it blows me away that it isn't, but I also understand why. So, I remember years ago when I was a supplier member for the Direct Sales Association, my tapes, my discs, my CDs, I was cutting deals with companies. So everybody in the company would get the material. I had to deal with Manatech, where everybody that came into the company that bought their $1,000 package had my training material. And that went on for about, I think, maybe 6 or 7 years. And then I dropped out of the DSA because I had so many people that I was working with. And what I discovered then is you get a leader that loves it, loves what it does for their people, but they don't want they don't want their competition to know about it. So there are companies that I'm working with where I'm working with maybe 25 or 30% of the company. And they're the leaders, they're the fast growing groups, but it doesn't get to everybody because, they don't want their competition to know about it. So, it is what it is. And I can only work, with so many people and Sandy, you're a terrific example of, a true network marketing leader. You care for your people. You stay up on things, and it was always fun working with you and your people, and like in every business, there are ups and downs, and everybody has their share of ups and downs. And if you're in a company and you haven't had it down yet, best of luck. But you need to be, God forbid, if you do get it down, it can be a little blip on your radar if you know how to handle it down. And anyway, I'll tomorrow's what, Tuesday? sometime during this week, I'll try to reach out to you. We can catch up and see, what's going on. But
If I could add something, Max, we've been full-time in the profession of network marketing, hard to believe, 31 years. And you know what has not changed? Not changed at all. People still today say, I don't know what to say. I don't know how to start a conversation. And that's where you have the solution to the problem beyond anything I've ever experienced. So thank you for all you do for all of us who want to shine and duplicate, which is what this is all about.
yeah, well, again, folks, I'm only supposed to be doing this for an hour. And, we always get, caught up with everything. Fred, it was always nice. It's always nice to see you, and I'm enjoying working with you again. There are some wonderful people in this industry, and for all of you that are just getting started or however you got to me, doesn't matter. The important thing is that you're here and you're going to learn. If there was a better, faster, easier way to do this, I'd be teaching that. Okay. I mean, there's all kinds of trainers out there, all kinds of courses on how to be successful in network marketing. And each trainer has their own skill set, their own gift that they can add to the process. But it really comes down at the end of the day, the conversation. To being able to start a conversation with someone, and because of the way the social networks work, you know so much about the person on the other end that you can decide almost in advance who you want to talk to and who you don't. And knowing when to stop and talk to someone else is key. So with that, I wish all of you a wonderful evening. I hope you all close out October really, really well. And Shirley, I'm gonna reach out to you tomorrow. Did you were you able to? Let me just. Where'd you go, Shirley? Were you able? Did you talk to Casey today? Or you might not be in a position where you can unmute. I'm going to give you a call tomorrow, and just to check to see where you are. And Zumar, I'm going to call you tomorrow, and get you back on the schedule. I don't know what happened there. So until next time, best of luck in building your business, folks. God bless.